And today, we stand united in our efforts to promote the Women, Peace and Security agenda, an agenda we see as a centerpiece for lasting and sustainable peace and security worldwide. Yet the primary reason I stand before you today are the two iron ladies seated among you, Vasfie and Shurete, two of the 20,000 survivors of sexual violence from the last war in Kosovo. Their stories, their pain, their struggle, but most importantly, their courage and resilience need to be known to all. While no speech can truly do justice to their lifetime of suffering, I am confident that our presence here today, our presence together, is what keeps them going in their fight for justice. They do not need our pity. I truly believe that acknowledging this painful history is the very first step towards healing and prevention. It has been told many times, sexual violence in conflict is one of the most horrendous crimes known to humankind. It goes beyond the physical harm. It shatters not just individuals, but entire families, communities, and societies. It is a weapon of war that is intentionally designed to inflict intergenerational harm. Addressing this is not just essential for the dignity of survivors, but for the very integrity of our shared humanity. That is why I commend Colombia for placing a spotlight on the need to center survivors in our efforts for restorative justice and peace building. The intent is to break the spirit of a nation. While Milosevic's regime brutally targeted our women, girls, and even men, the war criminals were not prepared to face the unyielding determination, the indomitable spirit, and the resilient people of Kosovo. A people who would never break. A people who would rise from the ashes of war to become a source of empowerment, solidarity, and support not for one another within our country, but also for others in need everywhere in the world. For a long time, survivors at home too lived in silence, burdened by stigma and overlooked by the system that was meant to protect them. But silence cannot deliver justice. It was then that we understood that the fight for survivors' rights must be at the heart of our collective healing. We have ingrained this agenda into the very fabric of our work, not just the Office of the President, but other institutions as well, ensuring that survivors' voices are heard, valued, and empowered. This day is now permanently etched in our collective memory as a day to honor survivors and pledge to stand with them every step of the way. April 14th is not just another date. On that day in 1999, Vasfie Krasniqi, who has joined us today, then only 16 years old, a child, was ripped from the arms of her mother from Milosevic's forces. They took her to a place that would mark the darkest moments of her life. For hours, she was held at gunpoint and repeatedly raped. Vasfie chose to speak up over choosing silence. She spoke for justice, against stigma, and in doing so, she rallied an entire nation around her. Today, she is the voice of thousands of survivors of wartime sexual violence.